Yes, my name is Dr. Chiedozie. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a public health physician. I'm also a lecturer. I teach. I'm a teacher. I love teaching. It's my passion. It's a calling. I'm a bioethicist, a research integrity professional, and trainer, and I'm an artist. Thank you very much. It's not surprising that we have so many of them, but we have so many problems in science. Initially, we had just plagiarism. Most schools were interested in just plagiarism, how to detect plagiarism, discourage plagiarism, falsification, and fabrication. That was most of the emphasis there. Then later on, we started hearing about questionable research practices. And so we are also having projects and people interested in some of these things. I think the more people are interested in some aspects of research integrity, the more programs we have. Yeah, I foresee more programs, more research integrity programs, more networks coming up because there are many issues coming up now, issues we didn't pay attention to, and we need to pay attention to them. And it's not going to be easy for one network or one project to handle all of them. So I think it's a good development because people are going to be focusing specifically on aspects of research integrity. So I think it's good, but what we think is how we can harmonize all these programs and see that they could be used in any of the environments in the world. Thank you. I know you referred to the spooky professor, and again you referred to the ghost author. Recently, we had something about the choose a professor or cage experiment, the research integrity. You saw how the blinded students couldn't get a human or humane supervisor. She ended up getting a ghost or an invisible person who saw those. So we know that science is supposed to be fun, science is supposed to be positive, and that's what we project. But the history of science is cladded, shrouded, covered or somehow tainted with disease, misbehaviors, or misconduct, or horrible behaviors of scientists. So we don't want people to forget that history. So that's why we bring some negative, what we call it dystopian genre or literature in our narratives or discussions about science. So we use those ones, but we don't allow it to take over the entire length of our story when we talk about science. But science is good, but we have had people who have modeled very terrible, horrible behavior. So we let people know that this is really happened in the history of science. Okay, thank you. I know that you asked about the use of horror. So during the last World Conference on Integrity, I shared my experience with undergraduates, and I told them that research is fun. So we play games, and we're introducing the Research Integrity National Game, where people, just like an Olympic game, what Olympic game does, the Olympic spirit, bringing nations together, creating awareness of resilience and about resilience and strength. So we want to see how we could look for common games for children, and also caricature, caricature something fun. And so we want to use more of games and more of themes. We're not trying to make light of misconduct, but also want to let them know that science is good, science is positive, and if you get a result that you achieve something. So we tend to use games and small animations, cartoons, movies, and tell stories like stories by the hostel, and then tell stories like tales by moonlight, tales. And usually we always end up with good character, hero and villain. And hero is always winning the game. So. Thank you, welcome.